RJD, he got like 17 names here. What's the name? So shout to y'all. This is a little travel talk. My bad. Like I said, the homie got me sangria. It's going good. Real good. So yeah, I was having a bad day today because I ain't sleeping like 4 days. I have no idea why. I still don't know why. Hit the chat, hit the cash app for the back to school drives. I'm not gonna get monetized because it's music. But we hit the ball kicking it, so. But yeah, fucking the travel game is crazy. You know what I'm saying? I think I gotta pay my bill. I just got a notification, pay my bill. That's crazy. When you're on live, it says make sure you pay your bill. Sophia Phoenix, how you doing, sis? Hold on. One second, y'all. One second, y'all. Finishing up. I just finished the boat party for Saturday, so I got to make sure I got everything. Tu pones $100 por sábado. All right. So yeah, I think travel's messed up right now. One, because prices are sky high. Like, oh shit. Un orden. Prices of sky, pardon me, I'm done. Okay, I just finished the boat party, good. Prices are sky high, right? Like Spirit going down messed a lot of shit up. I have been checking flight prices because people keep hitting me up, and Jesus Christ, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Business class may be out of the question for the next few trips. You got kind of like business class prices on extra economy right now. Like, see, I ain't floating this whole year. Like, I ain't traveled this whole year. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is tough. Let me catch you on the comments. Sophia Felix, much love from me to you. On me, God Travel, what up? Joshua, what up with you? Geronimo, what up? All goody in the building. Douglas said pay $500 one way to leave BR, and that's before overstay fee. Yeah, that's Douglas. I'm saying, like, I think the travel game's hurt, and I'm not talking about YouTube travelers. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people traveling. Because I was speaking to a lot of brothers here yesterday. I just think travel is being hurt a little bit by prices. Like, it's expensive. You know, it's gotten more expensive since the war's going on. We do know that. So that hurt a lot. The war in Iran has definitely hurt a lot. When the main product being stopped the most is gas, petroleum. It is what it is. So yeah, that is definitely hurt. Besides prices, another thing that's hurting the travel game, in my opinion, which may include money in this conversation, a lot of people are traveling broke now. It's wild. Like, There was a group of dudes who should remain anonymous. I swear to God, you know, I don't throw people on the bus like that. But there was a situation where they had a party in a country and they was getting on a boat somewhere and nobody had money to pay for the boat. And it was $100 a man. And not me, I wasn't doing the party, nothing to do with me. It was someone else telling me the story. And they were like, these dudes acting like they ballers. And I said, but believe it or not, this is the new thing, traveling broke. Traveling broke has become a thing. You know what I'm saying? It's weird. It's weird. I can't, like someone commended me for not getting on a plane. I can't get on a plane broke. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. You know what I'm saying? I need to have enough money on, I need to have enough funds on me to be able to maintain myself and in the emergencies as well. You know, you guys know I travel with Steve all the time. Steve-O got emergency credit cards. You know what I'm saying? I got emergency credit cards. You know, but he knows I like to be organized with travel. So it's like, you know, we always covered. But I also got to have enough cash on me, right? I'll tell y'all a story. I told somebody this the other day. I can say it now because it's been years. When I went to Cuba, since I found out the money situation, like Americans can get no money in Cuba, for like $7 grand. It was like $6 or $7 grand I brought to Cuba. Only because I'd never been. Like now I would never bring $7 grand to Cuba. I'd bring like $2 grand max. But I was so scared of God forbid something happen, God forbid a situation occurs, I need to fly out. How do I get money? And we have no options to get money. I even used my Dominican debit card down there, which my DR bank said I could. It didn't work. So Americans have no access to cash in Cuba at all. Even Western Union, you're gonna have to pay somebody that may go to the Western Union before you can get it, right? So we have no access to cash. I brought extra money because I was like, well, I've never been here before. I know I can't get money. Let me be smart. Now, I did not need that much money. I didn't even spend nowhere near 1,000, real talk. Cuba was dope as hell. Well, I just brought the money as a, you know, with my mindset being like, God, you know, I don't know what to expect in Cuba. I've never been there before. Beautiful country. I want to go back soon. But I know next time on a 5-day trip, 2,000 is max. That includes my emergency money. You know, like that includes emergency money because Cuba is super cheap, you know. But like, that's $7 grand. I remember I put it together. I was like, I don't know what to expect. So let me just have this money on deck. You know what I'm saying? Didn't need it, but I needed to have it to keep my peace of mind. Because I'll tell you right now, the first day in Cuba, shout out to TLMA, and I was with him. I went to maybe 6 ATMs with my Dominican debit card, and I had 2 Dominican debit cards. I went with both banks. I went to 6 ATMs, just trying to see if it worked. Didn't work in none. Let me catch up on the comments. I see some people in the chat. Hold on. Guru, what up? PH Money Team, shout out to you, man. I'm glad you're free. I was trying to find out what was going on with you, but I'm glad you're free. In 16 years, I never paid more than $380. Here's Douglas. Let me tell you something, Douglas. Remember there was a time where if a ticket was like $500, we was like, oh, that's too pricey. I'm not going. Remember that? Now $500, you like, that's a good price. That's a good price. We book that right now. I remember if the flight was like over you said 380. If it was over 350, you like, extra 20 bucks, I don't know, but I'm getting on a flight. I want to travel. But I remember with someone, like, I think back in the day, and this was me doing last minute trips sometimes to here. I remember I had a 750 flight, and I was like, oh, but I ain't doing nothing. I want to leave. I had some free time. I was like, and the flight was 2 days out, so 750 hit me, and I was just like, oh, I gotta pay 750. Fuck it, because if I don't go, I'm probably going to the club and go to 750 anyway, right? So I booked the flight. But then as I pressed buy and got I was like, damn, I saw that 750 come out of my account. I was like, 750. Oh man, still had a good time, right? But prices have changed, you know. I remember you call your man and be like, bro, hurry up, it's 400. Book it now. You like, I could do 400. Now these prices are, like I said, I like flying business class. I don't know. I don't, until this war is over, I don't see many business class flights in my future. I'll be honest with you. A motherfucker you gotta weigh your options with shit like that. You gotta be like, is it that serious? I could just go a couple rows back and just, you know, bring me a couple snippets of Grey Goose and chill. Shout out to my man DJ, starting my day He knew I was in a bad mood, so he said, I want to shout out my homie Jason, the white boy, who was messing with my ex. She misses you, bro. Go back to her. She's available. Anything could happen overseas. Once I accidentally crashed into a yacht. Oh my God, you crashed into a yacht, Bruce. Damn. So I got locked up in Santiago Saturday. If I didn't have the money, I would have been stuck. You better have that bread. And by the way, you ain't gotta tell your business, PH Money Team, but there was mad numbers thrown out there how much you had to pay. I don't know. Like I said, I tried to help find you and stuff like that, but it took a little while. I sent myself money through Remitly, better rates. Yes, Remitly, you go Caribbean Express or to the bank. Free Society, what up, my little homie? AKA Mr. Buys his seats by the bathroom. Dante, what up? G Money Makes Moves, what up with you? Geronimo's, I remember round trip to pot was $370. Thank you. $375. Bro, when I paid my first $750, like now $750, shit, I pay that. But back then, I had nothing to do. I had some free time. I actually canceled some clients so I could bounce. And man, I was like $750. That was like over 15 years ago. And I was like $750. Fuck. But I just think the price is outrageous now. And since COVID, airlines give less. Mr. Tonight, what's up with you, bro? Yes, always good to see you, my brother. Good talking to you yesterday, too. Yeah, Free Society. Remember we went to Brazil, you bought the seat by the bathroom? You forgot? I was harassing Free Society in the airport. I said, I don't care how you get to Brazil, motherfucker, just get on the plane. I said, if they got the last seat by the bathroom, get on there. Free was trying to duck out in Brazil, I wasn't having it. I know you remember that, Free. I was like, I don't care if you get the seat by the bathroom. Big shout to Jason, messing with my ex. She misses you, bro. She misses you a lot. I'm harassing the shit out of people right now. If you're gonna watch my live, you're gonna get everything. Hold on, he said they booked me on domestic violence, but I was home alone? What? Yeah, if you're gonna watch my live, you're gonna get, si quieres ver, tú ves todos. Cocaína y todos, tú quieres. I'm a bad person, bro. Especially when you piss me off. Well, flights to Santo Domingo was always cheap because of the extra flights. There's more flights to Santo Domingo and Punta Cana. P-Man said my normal AA flight is doubled. And I have to overnight in Miami. Yeah, P-Man, these flights, like, it's weird. So someone was telling me the other day about flights. So what I did was, I have an American IP address in my house. So here, by the way, if your IP address can show you different prices depending where you're at. So I looked at some prices here. Then I went home, grabbed my laptop, and with the American IP address, I see different prices from what I saw here, which was weird. I was like, damn, that's real. So I'm looking, and like all the flights from the States, obviously. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. Now I get what people are saying. Shit is, and Spirit being a budget airline, people talk shit about, but motherfuckers are flying on there. And it gets you where you need to go. But right now, flight prices are out of, like, I saw some people online talking about going to Delta and how Delta was like triple the price. I'm like, yeah. Yeah, so like, I get that, and like I said, another thing about, and maybe it's the flight prices making people travel broke. I wouldn't, but maybe it's the flight prices, right? Are the flight prices the reason people get on planes broke? I don't know. I do not know. Like I said, I can't do it, And after my situation, I had people reaching out like, yo, I got you here, I got you this. I'm like, I gotta be responsible with certain shit. You know what I'm saying? I just can't leave certain situations without making sure it's handled. And you damn sure broke your neck for that one.
Come on, I'll be right there.
You damn sure broke your neck for that one. Yeah, I was looking through the price and I'm just like, man, it's nuts. I saw a bit of American Airlines now leading with horror stories. Oh man. Army God Trey said I missed the terrible wings. Yeah, please, brother. I miss you too, my man. Big Ben, shout out to you. Jay White, what up? Let me see what it says. The airline industry is tough now. Been tough for a few years. It is, but also, like I said, the war is obviously raising prices. Folks have less money to spend alone, let alone paying for extra flights. That's a fact. That's a fact. Ethan Abroad says, shouldn't you turn up the music? At the end of the day, bro, I don't make no money off YouTube. we can have some go-go dancers in the back, and I can talk about how shitty YouTube is. I'm not gonna make no money regardless. Appreciate it though, Ethan. I paid for first class in America. I bought my ticket when the war started. Yeah, like you gotta. Halloween went down though. Halloween prices went down a little bit. I saw. Someone was just booking Halloween the other day. Said the prices went down. But yeah, I don't make no money off YouTube. So turn the music down, turn the music up. It don't do nothing. That's why I said hit the cash app for the kids. This video is definitely going to be demonetized. But you know, we need some smooth grooves in the background. So it is what it is. You know. And you know, honestly, one of the reasons I was having a bad day, because a lot of you guys don't realize business here is hard. And I'm talking about dealing with employees. It's one of the most difficult fucking things you're gonna deal with. Because you can give, now, it's kind of my own fault. I like order. You know, I like order. I have rules for everything I do. I have rules in life. I like order, I have rules. But when people aren't following the rules, they tend to have a fuck you approach when you find out. And then there's no bigger fuck you than one that comes from me. Cause I was just telling you, I can be but so nice to the point I gotta be a complete asshole. You know, cause I'll drop a personal message. I just dropped a bunch of personal messages this morning. I'll drop a personal message. I'll be like, okay, maybe you didn't understand the first time I said this, but let's hope you understand now. Cause now the consequences are gonna be different now if you don't follow what I said. So if I have to give consequences after this last situation, this entire business is gonna be mad at me. And I don't give a fuck. Because I gotta keep order. I give a lot of leeway as long as you follow my rules. But when you start doing dumb shit, I gotta kind of be like, get the fuck out of here, you know? And it's like I said, it's also kind of my fault for being so lenient. As long as my rules are followed, I'll be as lenient as I gotta be. But when you're talking to people like adults, and then they respond like children, you kind of got to say to yourself, okay, am I the stupid one? Not calling nobody stupid, excuse me. But am I the idiot? Like, I'm talking to you like an adult. I expect you to understand like an adult, but you're not grasping this concept. I know when I talk to my little girl, she understands. I know when I talk to my kids, they understand. You know, right from wrong, wrong from right, I say, hey, you need to do this. They understand. Who knows? But at the end of the day, it gets to a point where you kind of got to understand, like, people think doing business, that's why I tell people, don't do business in other countries if you don't have to. Oh yeah, I like the old school. Backpack Val, what up with you? Celebrating a milestone tomorrow, booked an Airbnb for 2 nights in Boca Chica. If I knew Sosua was making a comeback. Oh, listen, by the way, big shout to everybody in Sosua. People couldn't stop talking about it all weekend. I know I had a ball. I know everybody here was having a ball, so big shout to everybody in Sosua that's actually here. Not the people that aren't here that keep mentioning Sosua. Everyone that's here. That's who I can refer to. And we've been sitting at the bar every day. People talking about how great Sosua been and how, yes, it's changed, but they having fun. So, Prophet said, should have did the anniversary of Sosua. Cryptolingo said, I use points to purchase international flights. I need to use a debit card unless I absolutely have to. I get you. I lost a lot of points with JetBlue. Daniel said, Flip, met your restaurant, my birthday back on January 26th. I was at the Carnival Cruise. Yes, the Carnival Cruise ship. I remember. Sadly, some people have to learn when running business, there's a time and place to be an asshole. Listen, I'll go back to my personal trainer business. All right? I am a very difficult person to work for. But you're gonna be grabbed up and told this. Especially if you're under me. If you're my manager, my assistant, my supervisor, I'm gonna pull you to the side, and before you even get that position, you already see me at work. But I'm gonna let you know that, well, now this falls on you. See, you saw that person getting yelled at before. Now you're in charge. You're getting yelled at. Because here's the thing, as an owner, as a business person, Bill Gates don't walk in the office and yell at the employees. He yells at the person under him. And that person has to yell at everybody else. Or the next person under him, and then they yell at whoever it is, you know what I'm saying? But my job is to yell at the one person. That person has to fix it, right? That person has to be pretty fucking strong to deal with. I'll go back to my personal training company. My manager at New York Sports Club, who I worked under, became my manager for my business when I started my personal training company. She came and worked for me. We always worked great together, and she was very organized. So I was like, yo, I need you to come fuck with me. I'm gonna pay you way more than you making here. I jumped out the window with that one. I definitely did. But it worked. I made the money. I'm gonna pay you, but I really needed her. I knew her organization skills were on par with mine, with my organization skills. Like, I'm very organized, but I needed her because that's what she did in New York Sports Club. She was so organized. She would actually tell you about your if you forgot about a appointment or something, she would tell you, hey, don't forget, you got this appointment at such and such time. Like, she was always on point. So because we were so close, I pulled her over with me. And yes, I did offer a lot of money, and Jesus Christ, it worked. I be gambling on myself like a motherfucker. I be like, I would say no whammies, no whammy. Anyway, so there's a situation where I always tell you guys, I was training classes in California for, I was doing the certification classes for trainers. And then I had bodybuilders, I had model agencies, and I had my other clients. So there was a situation where I had to be in California, San Francisco, training the training class, which is a 3-day class. But on the Saturday after the class, I had to get back to Columbus, Ohio for a bodybuilding competition and a meeting with some sponsors, which is about 10 to 15 grand on the line. But I gotta be there for the meeting. Then I had to get back to San Francisco and finish the class. Man, I remember telling her, and this is before this spiffy application shit, I was like, yo, I need this done, da-da-da-da-da. So she knew she gonna get it done. A couple days later, she's like, man, you're not gonna make it. The times of the layovers, you don't have enough time. I was like, so my biggest thing in Spanish and English is, don't give me excuses, give me results. No dame excuses, dame resultados. I always say that to everybody, because you can figure it out some type of way. We can figure something out. So I was like, you know how we roll. I don't want to hear that. We got 10 to 15 grand on the line. There's no way I can't beat it. Her husband, now everyone who deals with me, if they have a significant other, I always speak to them and say, hey, we're gonna have a tough relationship, but I'm never gonna disrespect them. They're gonna be upset at times because I put a lot of pressure on people, but you can't get involved because this is business and they know what they get. Everyone knows what they get themselves into with me. Like, I'm gonna give you the heads up, you're gonna experience it a little bit, and you kind of gotta decide to stay, right? Because it's tough. He calls me, he goes, bruh, I don't want to get involved, but she's really upset. I said, well, you know the rules though, bruh. Like, I know that's your wife, but I haven't done nothing to her. She just under a lot of pressure. It's a lot of money. I said, we can't do this. She'll never be in a situation where I've done her wrong. All I do is put her under pressure, which she accepted. 2 days later, she calls me. I got the flight. And I literally had about a 45 to an hour layover each one. So I actually would make the next flight. I said, see, you got it done. Now I always tell the story. She's the one that came to me when I got in the office to pick up all the paperwork. She was like, do you live to work or work to live? And at the time, all I did was work. So all I cared about was making money. And I waved her off, like, I don't know. But I put her under so much stress. She was ready to quit, like right then and there. Like, she was like, I can't believe you did that. I was like, but you got it done, right? I knew you could. Would you like another one? Oh, no.
What?
We both got to have another one.
Let's do it.
Both?
Let's do it.
Okay, let's do it. That's why I asked you. So she was one of my first employees that I put under a lot of pressure. Now, in my vice president job, I put employees under pressure, but they weren't my employees, meaning I didn't own the company. So I put people under pressure, but I had to be a little lenient because the owner would be like, damn, G. But in the business you run or you own, yes, working under me is very fucking hard. I'll give you the MVP award because it's tough. It's like a relationship. Being with me is tough. You know what I'm saying? Being with me is real tough. You know what I mean? I'm a difficult person to deal with. Listen, when it comes to certain situations, I'm a very difficult person to deal with. So you kind of get the MVP award for even being able to manage me. Excuse me, let me catch one of his comments. Mr. Jason said I'll be there next month. See you soon. We got barbecue wings, yes, and we have grilled chicken that we can put barbecue sauce on. B, what's up with you, my brother? Shout out to B Clam in the building. Flip, when AI gets real good, replace them wishy-washy, shucking and jiving, lazy and sneaky employees with automation. I'm not gonna call them all that. Give me results, I'll listen. Hey, that's me all day. No, see, bull, believe it or not, I don't have a lot of turnover. I hate turnover for employees. All right, so, see, bull, I'm glad you asked that question. Or that statement, excuse me. Dave, what up with you, brother? How you doing? I don't have a lot of turnover, and it sometimes it's counterproductive, and I'll tell you why. I probably have my employees longer than anyone else, but it causes a problem sometimes because I don't like turnover. I try to, if I train somebody and got them good, I want to keep them. It's made me hold on to employees longer than I should. Meaning the employee did something, I know I got to get rid of their ass, but my loyalty to them is like, well, give someone more time than they should have because we've been around each other so long. It's kind of like family to a point, right? So I don't have a high turnover, no, but that's also been detrimental to what I do. It's worked, but it's also hurt me because I've had to let people go based off me giving like 17 warnings. You know what I'm saying? Like after the 13th warning, you're going, gracias. All right, I'll give you a couple, after the 17th warning, that's it. I gotta cut this motherfucker loose. I didn't want to go through all that. You know what I'm saying? And that's my own fault. But yeah, I don't have high turnover at all. You come here, you probably gonna have a long-term job as long as you do the work. You know what I'm saying? Alvin said toxic Avengers assemble. I'm done with y'all. Jay Diggs, Southside the bed. What up, my bro? Southside Schwarzenegger. What up, brother? Yes, I don't like turnover, honestly. And you know, training, believe it or not, training a new employee is harder than dealing with an asshole employee, right? It is. Because the asshole employee is gonna work. They're just gonna be an asshole sometimes. They're just not gonna like certain things I said to them. Oh, I made somebody upset one day, this is a while back. One of your favorite people in the morning. She was never used to being yelled at. So I've never yelled at her, but I've been, like, see how I was yesterday? The first time I was just stern with her. I didn't yell. I just kind of was like, this is gonna be this way. The first time I did that, I didn't know. She went in that office and cried her eyes out. Now here's the thing, I didn't yell. You see, I didn't yell at her yesterday. But I was more like, it's gonna be this way and I'm gonna tell you later. And remember, she was just like, but the first time I did that, holy shit, bruh. I seen her, and I wondered what the fuck she was doing. And she came out and cried. I mean, she had her eyes like red. I felt so bad. I was like, what did I do? Did I do that? And you know, part of me was like, cause she's the sweetest girl in the world. But I was just kind of telling her something in a forceful manner, definitely not even angry. Cause you see, yes, I wasn't angry. I was more like, this is how it's gonna be. I talk with assertiveness. And I was like, oh man. That's why from that point on, I kind of watch how I talk to her specifically. Cause she takes things, she's very sensitive. I was like, I don't like nobody feeling bad, which is why I yell at one person, they gotta yell at everybody else. Cause I don't have no tact when it comes to being angry. But what I'll do is, I'll yell at the one person, make sure everybody hears it. Look at me like. And then they be in the corner like, oh man, I'm glad I'm not over there. Oh man. Hey, what's good, bro? I'm on the live right now. How you doing? That's all. I make sure everybody kind of hear me. He said we always have good service for it. I appreciate it, Dave. Jay Dick says facts. The asshole employee is better than the lazy. Oh, all day. That's why I said it. You can, because the asshole employee and the employee that's you've been with already, you know they're gonna work. They just may give you attitude once in a while because they upset about something. You may have had to get at them real quick about something. So that little moment in time, they gonna feel away, right? But I know they're gonna put the work in. You know what I'm saying? Jacob said, train a new ones because you are going to trial and error. Exactly, dude, pick it up, exactly. He said, nah, Flip, get the lady to handle the criticism. Well, you know what it is, Jake Dig? If she hadn't been with me so long, you right. But she had been with me for a long, like even intern with me. So she had been with me so long that, and it wasn't that she did bad. It was more like me just telling her, no, I know what you was about to do, but I want it this way. It wasn't even like I tried to, did the lights go out? Oh, I tried to get at her or hurt her feelings. I felt bad because I was like, I didn't mean to do that, you know? But like I said, also that's why I told you guys, like, I don't argue with Dominicans specifically because I got a way of talking that a lot of Dominicans take offense to that shit. I've had to like check myself, you know what I'm saying? Because we talking that New York talk. So even when I'm speaking Spanish, I'm talking very aggressive. And they don't take kindly to that because they like, damn, this motherfucker about to hit me or he about to do something, you know what I'm saying? Let me see, hold on. Hola, Jason, ¿cómo estás? Nah, it's all good. You had something important to say? I'll put you on the live right now if you had something important to say. But you out of, look, now I'm on the second sangria. My face when I said I wasn't going to drink, and I'm drinking. Tell you one thing, this shit helped save the day. Might have bust somebody upside the head. Don't hit your employees. I shouldn't have to tell you that, but yeah, don't hit your employees. Bro, I was fucking, see, like I said, you missed it. I was fucking livid this morning. I ain't gonna tell you what I said, but I walked in, I pointed to something, I said, da 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 da. Motherfucker, and the funny thing is the chick from the kitchen, she looked over like, they be doing that shit, they be like, they turn sideways, like trying not to notice. And I bark on the motherfucker like, da da da. And then she was like, the chick in the kitchen was like, she started cleaning. let me clean. I'll be laughing because they always act like they don't know what's going on. They think I'm fucking crazy. It is what it is though. And that's another thing, as an American, you gotta kind of set a standard because they will try to play you. Now my staff not so much. Little shit here and there, but not so much. But if I didn't know what goes on in my own business and handle it a certain way, they will try to play. Here's what I'm famous for here. You know, I got my cameras. I'm in my cameras a lot sometimes, based on who's here. I've tanned up, I put every tandem, like I literally went through a calculator, put every tandem of employee together that I could to see how everybody works together. So when I got a note, when certain tandems are together, I gotta watch to see what's happening. Some like to talk too much, they like to gossip. Some go a little slower in their work. So there's certain tandems that I make record of. Let me see what's going on right now. I'll send a screenshot of you on the phone. I'll be like, good work. And the motherfucker be like, oh, I can see him in the camera. Oh shit. or they'll have the phone down here. They'll be like this. Here's the thing. The customer's over here, right? And you like this. Trying to hide it behind a table or something like that. And I go, good work. That's all I say. I ain't gotta say nothing else. And then I go, hey, by the way, waitresses, there's no sales in the kitchen. And because they all be huddled up in the kitchen, either on their phone or talking to each other. And I go, there's no sales in the kitchen. And all of a sudden they start scattering. And I'm going, so I be in the camera a lot and I just start sending pictures. I take screenshots. Hey, oh, look at you. What are you doing? Retired tough guy. Shout to my brother right there. What's up with you? Dave said, why not what, Dave? If you haven't seen Retired Tough Guy channel, man, go check his channel out. Ex-bodyguard. He wasn't a good bodyguard. Like 10 of his clients got killed. But he's known for being a bodyguard. And I'm lying. 10 of his times did not get killed. Only like 4. It is what it is. But he's got some dope-ass stories from his time. And he's got some shorts now that I love right now. So check him out. Check him out. But yeah, let me have some more of my sangria. I knew he was gonna get kicked out of that one. And somebody in the chat line right now, oh, that's the bodyguard that got his clients killed. Like they knew who I was talking about. Somebody in the chat thinking right now, that's the guy? They lying right now. I heard about that guy who got his clients killed. Nah, don't hit no employee. You going to jail for assault. Earn Money, what's up with you, my brother? He said shorts are bad for your brain. Shorts are bad for me. I don't make 22 cents off shorts. C-Bull said, I'm from Brooklyn. I remember visiting once in Sosua. One of them locals trying to sell me some garbage weed. I refused it, and he tried to strong arm me to buying it. Oh yeah. What we talked about it earlier when I said, do threaten the motherfucker before? They be trying. They be trying. But you know, that's Dominican Republic. Men and women. They will push to see how far they can go. And when you stand on yours, they go, oh, I'm good. I've been surrounded by Dominicans a long time ago. I had my ex-fiance. I went to get some, I picked my ex-fiance up from La Union. We drove to right over here, a little cafeteria that's 24 hours. She was getting like a quesadilla. I said, yeah, give me a quesadilla, get a sandwich, whatever, I don't care. Like it was 4 in the morning. She walked in, and I just happened to look to the left. Now, there was mad people. There's always mad people in there. And she jumped and slapped somebody's hand. This guy gets out the whip. I go, yo, what the fuck going on? She's like, baby, now let's go. I said, no. What happened? Now, I didn't even see who was in there, but I'm sure I know everybody in there. Sure enough, 2 dudes came outside. They was like, what's good? I said, what happened here? Because now she won't tell me. She's like, baby, let's get in the car. I said, nah. So the 2 dudes come. Then one of the dude's little brothers, he's a good friend of mine. So he comes out, oh, nah, Greg, it ain't nothing. I'm like, yo, what happened with my chick? Like, what the fuck's going on in here? So they start surrounding me. I don't think they meant to surround me. I think they was kind of crowding around to see what was going on. Man, I took my shirt off. I said, oh, I'm ready to just hit the first one closest to me. They were like, no, calm down. No, we don't, what? I was like, fuck y'all. But like I said, I don't think they meant to surround me. I think it was more like, as they were coming out, they were trying to get space to see what was going on. But allegedly, someone had reached for her leg or some shit like that. Maybe tried to grab her ass, I don't know. And she slapped it down, but she wouldn't tell me till we got home. But like, yeah, I've been surrounded, ready to lose my damn mind. And everybody say, no. Calm down, man. It's not good. We don't want that. Ali, what's good? Earn Money said, I'm back. I was in my feelings when the Hawks lost to the Knicks. Oh, man. Alvin, so are you planning expanding the business, creating a location? Alvin, if I get somebody willing, besides doing the investment, to actually put the work in, 100%. The problem is no one wants to put the work in. People got this idea that I could just manage 6 locations by myself and run back and forth every day to every location. Who the fuck thought that? I don't know. So yeah, if I could get someone serious, I would definitely do it. You know? Latif Free, appreciate that. He said for advice and laugh, appreciate it. But yeah, it's always on the table. You understand something about me? I will not open a business that's gonna fail. And I'm not talking about this business. This business could have failed. I don't believe in failure, but it could have failed. The next product of this business, the next version somewhere else, I'm not gonna allow it to fail. You dig what I'm saying? So that person has to put the work in and the effort in to understand where I'm coming from. A lot of people ain't willing to put the work in. But if it presents itself, yeah, definitely be another location. I've had talks, but a lot of people just want to throw money in there. I'm like, I don't do that. So I remember some dude was like, yo, I'm gonna give you 100 grand, what we gonna do? I said, I don't know what you gonna do, but I'm probably gonna spend 100 grand. I was like, don't come to me with talking money and you ain't got no plan. I don't want that. I don't even want 100 grand. I wanna know what we gonna do. He was like, nah, well, I'll give it to you. And I said, you want me to spend 100 grand? I can do it. I've seen Brewster's Millions. You old if you know that movie. But he wasn't talking about no business shit. He was like, I'm gonna give you the money, you make the business work. Nah, bro, I'm good. Mr. J said, what's the best night to hit Ground Zero? I like Sundays, but Saturday's good, Friday's good. Saturday got the strippers there. Just left the Sue coming from Punta Cana, seeing for myself the Sue is not dead. Flip-flop turkey burger. DC Gringo it up with cheese for the win. Work Fit Gym is the shit, definitely is. Halloween gonna be crazy. Oh, you got a weekday off? Okay, yeah, I was gonna go live yesterday, but like I said early in this live, I have not slept in 4 days. So yesterday my head was banging. Oh, Ground Zero, every week got strippers on Thursdays and Ground Zero's Fridays. I mean Saturday, excuse me. Yeah, I was gonna go live yesterday, but my head was, I couldn't concentrate at all. Like I said, I haven't slept. It's weird. I don't know what the fuck is going on with me. He said Bruce's Millions is one of the all-time classics. That's why I said if you know that movie, you're old. Chris, what up, big bro? What are your current goals in the gym? Right now, I'm just maintaining. Trying not to gain weight from drinking, but I'll be all right. I'm still 200 pounds. I'm happy with that. If I go to 202, I'll panic. No, I'm joking. Oh my God, 2 pounds. Shit, this right here could be 2 pounds of water weight. Right now, just maintaining. 47 years old, I don't need to be bigger. I lost a lot of weight. Oh, my bad. Sunday sponsor, let me get to it. Sunday sponsor, oh, it's in this phone, fuck. All right, I have a pet on Red or True Tide next, what's this? The second week of August, I already planned it out. And I'll give you guys a month, every 2 week update on what's going on with me. I decided to do this because I already lost the weight. I've done a lot of research on Red or True Tide. Matter of fact, I'm gonna post the link in the pinned comment section for the peptide company. You use my discount code. I'll have more info on Sunday. ¿Dónde está el teléfono? And it's working with this peptide company, and I'm gonna start Red or True Tide, not even for the weight loss effects, more for an appetite suppression effect, not even for that. More for the other effects that I've read about. I've been studying Red or True Tide for a while now. Has a lot of health benefits, fatty liver, your blood sugar. Most of these GLPs are diabetes medicines, by the way. So it's to help your sugar and your insulin. So I will be checking it out, and I'll give you guys up there how I feel, and you know, if I feel a certain way, I'm gonna stop. But I'm gonna start it and see how it is. I can't tell you guys go buy this stuff and I didn't use it, right? And I figured since I already lost an X amount of weight, I can use it and judge how I'm going from that point on. Brandon, what's up with you, B-Mon? I'm only 29 with 20 years, okay. B-Clan, what you talking about? Where you at? Ali said Mama Ali's birthday was yesterday. Big shout to Mama Ali. You tell her happy birthday from me to her. Everybody give Mama Ali a huge happy birthday shout out. Make sure you buy her everything she wants. Whatever she wants, no matter how much it costs, Ali, you take care of that. she gonna see this and be like, oh, I got a little list. So happy birthday, Mama Ali. Shout to her. B, where you at? You back in DR, bro? You be disappearing. Daryl, what's up with you? I came through Tuesday yesterday's show. I was here all day yesterday. Bro, I left here like 6 o'clock yesterday.
Thursday.
But Wednesday, I was here all day yesterday. I had a bunch, Mr. Tonight, we was kicking out. We was here talking for a long time. I actually left because I had to use the bathroom. I was like, hey fellas, I got to go. I had been like 16 hours. I was like, I got to go. But yeah, Daryl, shout to you, appreciate you. Shout to everybody that donated to the toy drive, toy drive. Back School Drive, is donating. David Williams, what up with you? Well, I don't drink beer, so. Yes, I currently use collagen. I currently use dextrose. I don't recommend dextrose unless you know how to use it. The reason is dextrose can lower your blood sugar levels. He said, I was thinking about pulling up. That means, yeah, you pulling up. Dextrose is great for post-workout carbs, fast carbs. I have a lot of fast-acting carbs I use now because I don't like eat carbs that much anymore. But collagen, dextrose, those are my go-tos post-workout. Like I said, I don't recommend dextrose unless you learn how to use it. It can really cause problems with your blood sugar if you use too much. I knew how to use it years ago, so I decided to mess with it again as a fast-acting carb. Chris, I remember I used to watch you a few years back, and you would be out every night. Oh yeah, nah, and that's never gonna be me again. Oh, you back home? Okay, let me know if you pulling up. You said she was well taken care of? Yeah, B, if you, come on, let me know if you pull up. Matter of fact, one of my dudes got a birthday party. We can probably gonna hit that up Saturday with the sangria. He doing, shout out to Cortez, he doing sangrias for his birthday in Pop. Probably gonna hit that up. Like I said, I'm not drinking a lot no more, but I was stressed today. Got some drink. May go get more, may get frisky, I don't know. I could take gym days off now, you know. I'm not on no program, so I got it in today. I could take gym days off now because I have no stress. I mean, not no stress, I mean, I'm not stressing of what I'm doing with my body. And damn, by the way, I look fucking good, so hey. And you can ask Jason's girl if I'm laying that pipe. Shout out to Jason's girl. Hola. Clear Kayak. What up, Clear Kayak? Said, damn, Flip, long time. It's been a minute. I know who it is. Finally moved down to Punta Cana, gonna come to Sosua. Let me know when you pull up, yeah. You still got the name Clear Kayak, so I know exactly who I'm talking to. Okay, yeah, Darryl, I was here. Like I said, I was here 16 hours yesterday, bro. 100%. But yeah, definitely pull up. I know you say you was coming to town. David, certain things I stay away from. I was using that for a while. I don't even do pre-workout no more. So for you guys that are in the gym, I'm gonna give you the cheat code for pre-workout. And I don't have any right here. I got some in my office, I think. 5 milligrams Cialis. You can use 20, but you might get a boner in the gym. See, some people use Viagra. I don't like using Viagra for pre-workout. If you remember, this is nitric oxide that moves blood. The way it works is to move blood to your penis. It has the same effect moving blood to your muscles. So I have quit. I use caffeine and 5 milligrams Cialis every day. It moves blood to the muscles. My veins are popping all over the place right when I'm in the gym. I'm talking about the first warm-up set, veins are everywhere because the blood's flowing. Same way it makes sure it puts blood in your penis, it puts blood in the muscles. 20 will get you extra, right? I choose the 5 because I can control it. And it still has the same sexual effects. But 20 will probably give you a boner while you're doing your set, just an FYI. But yeah, 5 milligrams Cialis and caffeine pills. I got my caffeine pills right here. I use 200 milligrams. I probably take one before I leave the crib. If I come here first, I take another one, or I have some in my car. I'll pop one right before I walk in the gym. Cause they wear off pretty fast, so I try to do it in hour intervals. So that's my pre-workout. I've given away all my pre-workout. As a matter of fact, Trey was supposed to get my pre-workout. I still got some for him, but I ain't seen him with the pre-workout yet. So that's my pre-workout. Of course, creatine. But that's the cheat code, and that's the old bodybuilding cheat code. See, yeah, a lot of people you hear use Viagra. I personally tried it. You gotta cut it. So you would have to take 100 milligram Viagra and cut it 4 ways, so you get 25 milligrams. I did it for a while. It works very good. I just think Cialis has a better long-term effect, you know. And the thing with Cialis is it saturates in your body, in your blood, so it'll combine with yesterday's Cialis and the Cialis, you know what I'm saying? As you go, it's combining with the drug from the day before and keeping your blood flowing. Great pumps. Like I said, my blood is flowing like crazy. The caffeine is the energy. The Cialis is the nitric oxide. So I kind of got rid of all my pre-workouts with that. I love pre-workout, but a lot of it is just fucking sugar and caffeine. I had this one that was like 600 milligrams caffeine. It's actually illegal. It was like 600 milligrams caffeine, which is super illegal. I was fucking wired. But I like a lot of caffeine. Chris said, how do you find that balance with the drinking? I haven't drank in 7-8 weeks. This is my first time drinking. But I was in the gym today. I'm gonna try to make the gym tomorrow. If I don't, I'll be back in the gym Saturday. No big deal. You could 100% use 5 milligrams of Mambo. Same shit. Yeah, a lot of the pre-workouts are bad. I kind of stay away from them. And I was addicted to them for a while, but you know, as we get older, we gotta adjust. When you start getting in your 40s, pre-workout probably isn't the greatest thing you want. So that's why I said the Cialis, and Cialis, the 5 milligrams, Cialis is good for your heart, by the way, too. So while I'm taking this Cialis for the nitric oxide for the workout, it's also helping my heart. A lot of people don't realize Viagra and Cialis were created as heart drugs. So it's giving you some aid to your heart as well. A lot of this shit is scientific, but it's not. If you really look into the drugs and stuff like that. I think one of the best things you could do is drink coffee before the gym, but I can't always find a spot open for coffee at that time I'll be going to the gym, so I just pop my caffeine. I love a good tiny cup of coffee. The chick in the gym saw me, it worked for it. She goes, it's really hot. I was like, I know. I'm burning my mouth. Ah! But it got me amped up, you know what I'm saying? But early in the morning when I'm in the gym, that day I went to the gym like 9 in the morning. Early in the morning, there's nowhere to get coffee at. So it's like, for me, I'm literally not gonna stop what I'm doing to make coffee. I'm just not. Certain things I'm super fucking lazy at. So I'm like, it's right there. Well, you gotta put the water in the pot. No, I'm not doing it. You know what I'm saying? Give me some caffeine pills. And this is 600 at one roll. What's up, fellas? One roll. I ain't fucking with this. If I had to open up another one, I definitely would do it. But like I said, I've got to have somebody running that business on a daily basis. Amir, what's good? And happy birthday to you, my brother. Y'all give Amir a happy birthday, too. I 100% have more packages than Amir, 100%. I eat 2 raw eggs, 2 raw eggs with my post-workout shake. My post-workout shake is about 72 grams of protein. 2 scoops of protein, 2 raw eggs, and like I said, collagen, which is about 9 grams of protein. Dextrose for my fast-acting carbs. And I eat gummy bears. I tell you guys, I'm addicted to gummy bears during my workout. Best fast-acting carbs you could fucking have, gummy bears. I didn't believe it, but when I tried it, woof. And I say only eat gummy bears, and not a big pack. Don't get you a family-sized pack of gummy bears and start eating fucking candy in the gym, okay? Let's be serious here. I don't got any on me. I'll show you guys. I'll bring one Sunday service. Mini pack of gummy bears, might have like 7 gummy bears in the whole pack. Eat a couple, hit your set. Eat a couple, hit your set. It's fast acting. If you're having a long workout, I eat a scoop of peanut butter before I work out. That's carbs. Then what I do is, if I'm having a big workout, I have some gummy bears, push me through the whole workout. I couldn't believe gummy bears fucking work. You had to see, what the fuck is he doing? I got a bag of candy in my hand, like, I ain't shitting. Don't have even no gummy bears. A new airport? I doubt it. You said Smarties, David? Yeah, I doubt it. Not a new airport, no. They were talking about something in Monte Cristi, but that ain't gonna be no time soon. Big Vince, I know Live is about this, but since you're on the workout topic, where should an overweight person start in their weight loss journey? Well, Big Ben, here's the thing. First, you should start with diet. All right, so let's do that. And the live could be about anything. For anyone overweight, now I am promoting Peptide Company. They are sponsoring the channel. But I would tell someone, because these GLPs, they definitely work. But all they really do is curb your appetite. Like I said, I'm getting on retatrutide for the other benefits. I want my liver right. I want my kidney right. There's a lot of other benefits. I come from a family of diabetics. I want my insulin right. And these are just extra precautions I'm taking, right? And I want to see how if I don't like how it goes when I check my blood, then I'm done with it. But I've got to try it before I tell you to buy it, right? But if you want to go the straight up natural route, no shots, no injections, diet first. Now, diet's the cornerstone of how you're going to lose weight. The way you put the progress in, strength training, meaning lifting weights. Shout out to my man EJ, he getting busy right now. I love him for it, he's going hard. Not trying to be Arnold fucking Schwarzenegger. But strength training builds muscle, and when you build muscle, you burn fat. Then you add in cardio, okay? Add in the cardio after strength training to lose more weight, and always do cardio on your days off from the gym. Okay? But like I said, diet first, strength training. You're talking to a guy who, when I was a personal trainer, I was the fat loss guy. Like, you guys see what I did to myself, but I was the fat loss guy. If I ever told you guys a story about Izzy, one of my biggest clients back in New York, we helped Izzy lose like almost 200 pounds, okay? So I became the fat loss guy because, all right, so let me tell you guys, I'm gonna get to the comments in a second. So I worked at New York Sports Club. I was about to become, I wasn't a master trainer yet, I was about to become a master trainer. At the time, I turned a lot of my no's into yeses, so I went like 2 months with all no's. I couldn't sign, I was about to quit. I couldn't sign nobody. Well, here I go. One of my boys sees my Facebook post. So when I broke my ankle in South Carolina, I blew up to 300 pounds. I went from 185 to like 300, I swear to God. So when I got back to the States, I got back in the gym, got back in shape. Before I became a personal trainer, I was about 240, 250 in muscle. As I was my personal trainer, I got down about 220 at a good 11, 10% body fat. You gotta remember, sometimes people tell you lower body fat and it's not that. I was a good, like right now, I'm probably 12%. I know I probably look less, but I'm probably 12% body fat. But back then, I was about 11%, 10% body fat. So I'm fucking jacked. And my man saw my face, he friended me on Facebook. He goes, bro, this was you? I was like, yeah. He goes, why the fuck don't you use this to make sales? I was like, huh? He goes, you lost all this weight. I was like, oh yeah, I did. I didn't think nothing of it, right? Didn't think about it. He was like, show people this fucking picture. No one can believe it's you. So he actually took the picture and ran around the gym showing the trainers. They was like, that's him? I blew up, I had titties and everything. So I said, okay, I'm gonna try it, right? Because I did like this weight loss you see now I did before. And I said, well, yeah, let me see. It fucking worked. When people saw the picture, they was like, that was you? I'm like, if I could do it, you could do it. But guess what? My biggest sales pitch was, we can do it. The whole idea of a personal trainer is to train you not to need me anymore. Now, you may need me longer than you think. You may need me a year, 2 years, multiple years. But the idea is to train you not to need me. So when you go in the gym on your own, you know what you're doing. So now I'm signing people left and right. And I'm very recognizable on the gym floor. I had one of the better bodies in the gym. It was me and this other white guy. Us two were probably the most viewed guys in the gym. We were in shape. And there was a chick in the gym, very in shape too. I forgot her name. She was in great shape. So I'm walking downstairs, about to go outside, get some food. And the manager calls me over. She goes, hey, this guy asked for you specifically. It's a white guy and his wife. He goes, I don't want to say it this way, but I need to buy you and buy your services. I was like, buy me? And I get what he was trying to say, like, I'm purchasing you because of who I've seen, but I'm purchasing your service because of what I heard. And I was like, oh, okay, cool, no. And he goes, this is for my dad. My dad, my mom's died. My dad went through it. He gained a lot of weight. He actually lost some weight on his own. I think you can help him get to where he needs to be. I was like, where's he at? He was like, hit him off. I said, bet, you tell him he'll be right here. And we discussed the time. He was like, he said, I really think you're the guy. I was like, cool. Now, mind you, I was already known as the weight loss guy, right? That's kind of how I built my niche. This guy walks in, Izzy. 6'4", at the time, 4 and change, but he had already lost some weight. He already lost some weight without me. Big Jewish guy, diamond and pearl salesman. Jolly, really jolly and happy. I have no idea where Izzy is now. I hope he's alive. If he's not, rest in peace to the bro. He meets me, he's excited. He's like, all I know is my son told me come meet this guy named Greg. I said, here you go, bro. I'm the guy. Let's go. So now a guy that big, and he was older, he was like 60 something. But he was mobile. He was like, moving. A guy that older and that size, losing weight, you got to take it easy with them. So we did all the regular tests, the heart rate, resting heart rate, all that stuff. And then I knew what I could do and couldn't do with him because he still got to get in shape. You still got to build your heart back up, guys. So what ended up happening was, as time went on, Izzy lost tons of weight to the point where I was in touch with, as a good personal trainer is always going to tell you, let's talk to your doctor. I was in touch with his doctor personally because he had a lot of loose skin, a lot, because he lost a lot of weight. And he loved boxing. So shout out to EJ. We talking about weight loss right now. I shouted you out, EJ. I would take him to the heavy bag. Every session, we had to end 10 minutes on the heavy bag because he loved it. And it was just, him just doing combos. I'm giving him numbers, he's doing combos. And he was always excited. Izzy got to the point where we would work out, and as he lost more weight, got more confident, he really loved when he went to family events and his family didn't recognize him. People who talk shit about him for being fat, they'd be like, oh my God, what happened to you? You look great. He loved it because year before they had talked so much shit about him. And then his confidence went through the roof to the point where he would see pretty girls in the gym, no bullshit, 20-some-year-old girls in the gym, I swear to God. And be like, great, she's kind of cute. Oh, is he? When you done, holler at her. We only got a couple more minutes left when we done, because I had to finish my session, got to be done. Hoes can wait, sorry. When we done, go holler at her. That motherfucker would walk over there and talk to that girl, I swear to God. His confidence went through the roof. People saw his body change. I ended up probably getting 20 more clients just off of him. And then how happy he was, how confident, how he walked with a swag in and out the gym, you know what I'm saying? His days off, I would tell him, only do cardio on your days off. Don't do nothing else, because we're doing strength training. Because if you have a personal trainer, they're not supposed to do cardio with you. They tell you do cardio when y'all done, but cardio is a waste of time, waste of your money. So on our days off, he does cardio. So now I walk in the gym, he goes, Greg. I go, hey, what is he? What up? How you doing, bro? And he's doing his cardio. You know what I'm saying? I see you tomorrow. Cool. You know what I'm saying? But he lost so much weight, it got me a lot of clients, right? And like I said, I had my own weight loss. But I say that to say diet, because Izzy got a dietitian as well. I got him a dietitian. I'm not a dietitian, so I got him a dietitian. Help him with his diet. He had a cook come by every 3 days, cook up his meal prep for him. Diet's number one. Strength trainer. All me and Izzy did was strength training. Now, not bodybuilding, just lifting weights, strength training. Getting him strong, turning that fat to muscle. The more muscle you build, the more fat you lose. And then on his days off, because I don't waste time with clients doing cardio, go do cardio. Now our cardio, reason he didn't do cardio after we were done, our cardio was the heavy bag. If you're good with the heavy bag, that's actually great fucking cardio. That's why boxers are in such great shape. So like we only did 10 minutes on a heavy bag. But on our days off, it was mandatory for him to do no less than 20. He always did 40, but no less than 20 of cardio, right? Which you gotta find your range of cardio. But anybody can lose weight. And I'm gonna say something to you, brother, that you may not think about. If you are overweight right now, you put in a lot of work and effort to be overweight. Think about it. You put a lot of work and effort. You didn't think you was doing it, but you put a lot of work and effort to get overweight. Now you gotta put a lot of work and effort to losing the weight. That same energy you had gaining it, flip that bitch around. Back to the Future. Michael J. Fox. You're old if you remember that. I'll be calling all y'all old motherfuckers out because I know I'm old. But you got to put the same energy in. And it can be done. And I enjoy seeing people doing it. Now, like I said, this is my second time on a big weight loss journey. Like I said, when I broke my ankle back in the day, I was 22 then. Now at 46, I'm 47 now, but 46 I started it. I did it again. It's just the word. Now, if you want to get into peptides, like I said, I can help you with that because I studied a lot of these peptides. I got friends that are on Ozempic, friends that, no, I'm not on anything. I'm going to be on retatrutide in 2 weeks, 100%, which is why I'm promoting the peptide company, which will be in the pinned comments. I studied retatrutide for almost a year. You know what I'm saying? It has a lot of benefits. But if you get on one of these GLPs, also eat a lot of protein. Okay, because here's what happens, guys. And definitely hit the gym. You start to go like this because you're not eating. You want some shape to you, you gotta strength train, eat a lot of protein. Okay, a lot of people just take the GLPs and lose the weight, and you just go like this. That's why some people look weird on it after taking the GLP, because they don't do, you don't do anything, but not eat. You gotta take the GLP, strength train, and eat more protein so you keep some muscle. You know what I'm saying? I'll get into the comments right now. That's good. A lot of the stuff I knew as a trainer. Peptides are not new. They're just big now. I had guys on peptides way back then when I was a trainer. I didn't study it that much. I more studied the steroid side of things because I had bodybuilders as clients. So in order for me, and I never took anything in my life, but I tell you, I'm going to be on TRT later this year after my birthday, my 48th. And I have no problem speaking on that. But I studied it for years because I had clients that didn't know what they were doing. And like a lot of the stuff y'all see now on the internet, because the internet wasn't big then, we talked about this in forums. We talked about this amongst trainers. You had bodybuilders that had to learn, that experimented on themselves. A lot of shit was experimental. Dudes experimented on themselves, and some had great results. Some learned the fucking hard way. You know what I'm saying? Because if you guys know what D-Bowl is, which is one of the biggest, I'm gonna call D-Bowl the biggest 52 fake out in all of the gym, right? It's gonna give you the greatest confidence. It's gonna make you strong as fuck. It's gonna make you a little fatty because it's gonna give you water weight. And it might make your nipples a little sore, right? And as soon as you're done with the few weeks you want it, or however long you want it, you lose it all. 2 weeks after you stop taking it, it all goes away. The strength, the muscle, it all goes away. But people love taking it because for the moment you take it, you feel utterly fucking amazing. It's a super confidence booster. You can lift weights that you never lifted before. But once you stop, because you gotta stop taking because it'll make you very sick. Once you stop taking it, you lose 100% of what you had. Confidence is gone, strength is gone, titties might stay around for a while. Flaxseed and chia meal raw. I fuck with flaxseed. Clear kayaks and wet pair. I'm not taking nothing now. In 2 weeks, I will be taking retatrutide. In 2 weeks. David, I'm gonna put the link, and you can hit me direct. I'll send you the link too. And I have my own discount code as well. Like I said, my bad. Everything's in this phone I'm on right now, but that's why I'll put it in the comment section. And Sunday, I'll give you more info on it. But I will be starting retatrutide in 2 weeks. I already lost the weight, but there's other health benefits for retatrutide that I want, and I want to see if it helps me. Definitely got to build the daily routine. At least at Monte Cristi. Yeah, I think it's Monte Cristi, but that's going to take a long time. Savannah P, shout out to y'all. See, he's out. He was actually on the live a minute ago. He was on the live just now. Ali said flip on 5'10", usually wear around 185. Do you think that's good weight for my height? How old are you, Ali? It's not about your height. How old are you? Yeah, Ali, how old are you at 5'10", 185? Jackson Jeter in the building. He said, wait till I get back in shape. Jackson Jeter got fat, but he's my bro though. Coach said, flip it. Say, hey, this is what I used to do for a living. So like, I only get mad like with my girl and her friends when I talk to them about certain shit in the gym, and they be like, well, no, so-and-so said this. I said, so-and-so ain't got years and years of fucking experience. Like a lot of shit that I used to talk about to trainers, because you know, trainers sit down and talk all the time, share ideas. There's some mentors of mine that were fucking utterly amazing. I got a guy who had some of the best biceps I've ever seen and never did a bicep exercise. You know what? He worked out biceps and other exercises. Now, that happened. You go watch Ronnie Coleman's interview. Ronnie Coleman said my biceps got so big I stopped doing biceps for 2 years. And he still won awards with the best biceps in the business. Because you work out biceps and other exercise. So what you do is you stop focusing on that bicep, on the bicep exercise. Don't do anything for bicep. I'm not saying, I'm just saying how it works. And then when you do certain back exercises, you put a little bicep into it, a little extra bicep into it. Because you're getting the same effect. You're just not focused on the bicep muscle. You dig what I'm saying? I can't even wear my clothes. My boys use it. Yeah, I'll be on T. I decided I'm gonna do it. I had to get over the fear of needles. That's my biggest fucking thing. Payne Wynn said, I just took your advice. I took 25 milligrams of Blue Chew. Now I can't work out. I told you gotta be careful. No bullshit. No bullshit, right? Back in the day, when I was learning about all this stuff, because none of this stuff is new. Like anything you're seeing now, nothing's new. They said take Viagra. Cialis is much better in my opinion, but they take Viagra. So I took 100 milli Viagra, went in the gym. I'm getting it in. I think I was actually doing, I think I'm doing overhead press, right? So I'm doing overhead press. I probably got about 2 and change on the overhead press. I'm killing it, right? My boy Richie goes, hey Greg, put the ball in. I was like, nah, I think I got 2 more reps in me, bro. He's like, Greg, put the ball in. So I said, man, why you fucking up my set, bro? We don't do that. He was like, G, look down. No. I said, oh shit. And I didn't even know. I'm going so hard with this. I'm killing this military. I'm killing this military press. But I'm standing up. And I got a big ass weight belt on. So my shirt is all tight. The shorts are just poking. Yes, I've never taken 100 milligram Viagra. I didn't know to cut the goddamn Viagra. I was like, fuck. But I literally was doing military press with an extra little soldier standing up, right? Oh my God, that was, luckily, only a few people saw it. And then Rich stood in front of me. Rich was like, Greg, but that was weird. That's what was weird about it, because he stood in front of me. Greg, put the weight down. We never get in front of each other on a set. So I was like, what are you doing? I was like, I got a couple more. He goes, put the weight down. He was trying not to make it see. So I said, man, you fucking up. I threw it on the right, fucking up my shit, bro. He like, look down. Y'all be careful with that shit, it works. You remember Angel? Yeah, A-Draw is similar, a lot of strength, but you gotta be, he said, woo, time to bleed. Oh, you 54, so yes, you should be way under 185. You should be under 185, 10, you should be in the 160. Now, you ain't gotta go 160 if you're in decent shape, but you should get around the 160. Like for me, I'm supposed to, you know, if you go by those numbers, I'm supposed to be about 180 at 5'11". I'm not going below 200, and I'm happy, I'm content. That pre-op been having me on one in the gym, but finally quit the ego lifting. Listen, ego lifting is the issue. Bro, I repair auto, same thing, 165, 160. Anybody at 5'10", in the 50 range, you can look this up too, it's online. You can go online and look this up with your age. It's not about your height. It's your age compared to your height, what weight you should be. Because as we get older, we gotta lose weight. Nigga, yeah, I was literally going hard in the gym, facts. Yeah, that was so fucking embarrassing. I didn't go back to that gym for like a week. I would literally drive further to go to another gym. Just because I was mad embarrassed, like, oh my God. And it was a full-blown boner. Like, it wasn't like you couldn't see it. The shorts were poking out like this. And I was like, no. Like, when I say that line, they're all gonna laugh at you. That's from the movie Carrie, when they were getting at her at the prom. That's I heard that in my head as it was going on. They're all gonna laugh at you. That's what I heard. Prophet said 6'1", How old are you, Prophet? Like I said, you can look these up online. It goes to your height to age. Your weight is judged by your height and age. And the older we are, the more weight you gotta lose. That's why I tell guys that get real big, like me, everybody like, I'm strong. Oh, big shout to Trey, he had the 90 pounds up the other day, shout to him. I'm strong as fuck. Could I be bigger? Yeah, but I don't wanna be bigger. Because the more weight you carry around, the more your heart works. And that's dangerous, the older you get. 40 in October, so at 6'1", 205, what the chart is basically 185, right? That's a healthy weight. But like I said, as long as you're in shape, it doesn't matter. At my 200, the chart says I'm supposed to be 175, 180, right? But the chart was made by who? Who knows? Drinking my last 6-pack today. Drink that last 6-pack so you can get a 6-pack. I got a 4-pack. I met you twice around pandemic as a Sosua last year, Boca Chica. Shout out to you, brother. The number man said, me and my partner are booked up for the end of September. Once we get in first place, we come to see you, my man. Can't wait. I definitely appreciate it. When you pull up, definitely pull up. I'll be right here. So yeah, as far as weight loss goes, guys, and shout out to the bro for asking the question. Diet first. Diet first. Strength training. More muscle burns fat. That's how it works. Cardio. You're 246, Jackson Jeter? Jesus Christ, you a fat ass. My bad. This dude was always in shape. Now he's 246. Did I ever tell y'all the story about, press 1 if I told a story about the ab class. Did I ever tell you a story about the ab class? How I made a lot of motherfucking money off some shit that don't make sense? If I told y'all the story, no, if I told you the story, press 1. If you want to hear the story, press 2. I don't know if I told you the story, but I know I tell the story all the time here at the bar. But the ab class made me a lot of money, and there's no such thing as an ab class. Number man, Susie, I cut 100 pounds off my frame. I almost weigh 400. Your worst enemy, and people have to have honest conversation with themselves. Listen, number man, thank you very much. You have to have a conversation with yourself. Be you 226? And you like what, 30-something, right? Yeah, you got to go down a little bit. The older we get, the more weight we got to lose, guys. Because the older you get, your heart's got to work more. Some of us got to have a conversation with ourselves. Guys, I tell you, I had a conversation. Listen, I wanted to live. This was more about me saying, okay, how much longer I'm going to be here? I know I could do it. How much longer do I want to be here? You know, this drinking shit is cool as fuck. I'm enjoying myself right now. But I knew I had to get my ass in that gym. I knew I had to go do those things and focus on that. That was the most important thing. And once I got my head right and took those times off from drinking, because no drinking lost me a lot of weight. You know, like I said, I'm a steady 200. And I think, I told you guys, 215 is where I was comfortable at. I'm comfortable at 200. I heard I ain't got no butt, but I wasn't trying to have a butt contest anyway. So I did tell a story. Okay, he said 1 and 2. Okay, so you gotta go down a little bit. 29, 5'10", 335. And bro, you doing good, so keep going. Richard said, I'm 270, ready to get myself in the gym, procrastination. Listen, get in the gym. The hardest part of the gym is walking through the door. I said this 20-something years ago to all my clients. You know why? Because once you walk in that bitch, you could be a lazy son of a bitch and figure something out. You can grab a machine. You can grab some cardio. You can do something because you're in there. But if you're outside, you ain't gonna do nothing. If you don't walk through the door, you never do nothing. You can bum, and I'm gonna say bum, you can bum your way through a couple machines and get a decent workout in for the moment if you walk inside. But if you're outside, you won't get nothing done. Good afternoon, Flip. My name is Caesar. What up, Caesar? From New Orleans. I'm coming St. Domingo, September. I'll be coming in September 12th. Looking forward. Oh, definitely pull up. A newly divorced. Congrats to you. The last bus going from Sosua to St. Domingo at night. Every last bus is like 6:15. Can I get a tissue? It's like 6:15, 6:20. Every last bus. You can't get a ticket after that. So let me give you guys the abs. So I saw it told it before, but I'll tell it again. So this is when I was in New York Sports Club. As I said, I became a master trainer there. Appreciate it, Terrence. So there was this guy, I want to say he was German. I vaguely remember, he was German. He taught the ab class. I think ab class is the stupidest shit in the world. And I'm going to tell you to this day, I made a lot of money off ab class, but it's still fucking stupid. Okay? Now that I'm not doing it anymore, I'm going to tell you it's stupid. Jim's going to call me like, don't do that. We got an ab class tomorrow, right? So the German dude got sick. He got the flu or some shit. So they come to me and what was her name? I don't know, fuck her name up. My manager, who was the manager, knew was it came to me and said, Greg, I had a straight up six pack back then. And she's like, I need you to do the ab class. I was like, that's not gonna fucking happen. No. There's no such thing as abs. There's no such, now you can strengthen your abs as you're losing weight. And when you lose the gut, you'll see some abs, but you're never gonna do an exercise that's gonna make you have abs. Abs are created in the kitchen. That's the diet part. Like I said, you can do some crunches here and there, some leg raises, so that when you do get to that point, you have a little abs. But matter of fact, You know the ab crunch machines? Do not do this. But I've proven it. I was arguing with some bodybuilders one time that pissed me off. I can get on that ab crunch machine and my abs could pop the fuck out after I rack the whole shit and do like 20. But that's me pumping the muscle out. I'm not actually creating abs. Big H Style Ryan, what up with you, bro? So they come back and they go, Greg, we need you to do this ab class. You're the only one that can do it. I'm like, I'm not doing a fucking, I swear to God, this time I'm about to be a master trainer. Don't fuck with me. I'm that motherfucker in that gym, so don't fuck with me. I'm like, no. And I loved her. I was like, no. General manager gives me a call. General manager called me. Because it was his idea to say, give it to Greg. Now, allegedly, you get paid $200, I think it was. I might be off because I did so many classes. $200 for 45 minutes? Or was certain amount per person? I forgot what it was. I did so many classes. I've been drinking sangrias. They offered me more. I said no. Then they offered me the max. Whatever it was the max that you could possibly offer. Like, they would make little to no money off this class, but they just wanted me to do it. And this class had about 30-something people. And I said, y'all gonna pay me that? Oh yeah, ab class it is. They go, good, it's in an hour. I was like, oh shit, I'll go eat me some sushi and I'll come back to the ab class. Now here was my plan. I've already got the money. They literally putting the money in the envelope at that moment in the office. So when I'm done, I just go collect the envelope because classes, they give you cash. So I'm like, cool, I got my money. What I'm gonna do is make sure they never, ever, ever ask me to do ab class ever again. I'm just gonna hurt everybody in the class and they're gonna be like, we don't want that guy no more. That was my plan. Totally fucking backfired. Okay? The worst decision I ever fucking made. I get to the class, everybody's like, hey, I've seen you on the floor, man, you look great. Two old ladies touched my abs. I was like, in my mind, I was like, why the fuck did she touch me? Like, I don't like being touched. So I'm like, if you motherfuckers only knew what I'm about to do to you, right? They get in the class. This is all I did, guys. There's no such thing as abs. Crunches, planks, leg raises, leg kicks, get some water, give me 50 crunches, planks. I literally made your core burn. Burn! That's what I was doing. Like, these are exercises that I would do. But nobody in this room is in shape like me. So I'm just hurting your core. Your whole thing is gonna be inflamed for a day and a half. And I'm laughing because one person said, I feel it. And I was like, oh man, I'm trying not to flip out to people, I want my money. All it was crunches, sit-ups, planks, leg raises. I am hurting you I'm hurting these people 45 minutes. I'm hurting them. To the point where someone literally could have tore an ab or something like that. The class is over. I'm super fucking happy. I'm like, easiest money I ever made, and they'll never ask me again. People are high-fiving me out the way of the class. I'm like, why are they happy? The fuck was that about? Everybody posts, because everybody's in pain. They're like, oh man, this is great. I was like, what? I go down, collect my little envelope. I'm like, y'all have a good one with the ab classes, because in my mind, I'm never gonna see another one again. Man, did that shit not work for me. The very next day, they said, Greg, they offered me double, whatever I got paid for this girl, don't remember what I got paid off the top of my head, offered me double for my own ab class. And half of the German guy's clients, well, his class, wanted to sign up with me. And I got a waiting list, because they gave me one class, they was like, he's not gonna do two. And I said, what the fuck? What are y'all doing to me? Then I walked in the front of New York Sports, there was a little billboard, like a little sticky thing. And it said, join the new ab class with my picture on it. They're already playing this bitch. Here I go. Now, like I said, the money they offered me was fucking absorbent. That's why I started doing boot camp classes. So I did the first one, and I've got a waiting list for another one. And I'm like, I'm not very happy about this, because I'm literally doing absolutely nothing but hurting people. Not injury hurt, but I'm just hurting your abs. That's all I'm doing to you. Man, they come to me, they go, Greg, we got 3 classes full of people signed up. What do you want to do? They offered me more money. And I was like, now in my mind, I go, well, how much money y'all got? If y'all just keep raising the bar on this one. Because the German guy only making so much. I already know what he was making. Boom. I took all 3 ab classes. And all I did was hurt people. I literally, we would laugh in the lunchroom. Like, we'd laugh at people. I'd be like, this is the easiest money I've ever made in my life. But there's no such thing as abs. Like I said, you can work your abs out and strengthen them, mainly your core doing planks, for when you do get slim. Like me, I got a 4-pack. I got a great 4-pack. But that was built off of diet. I've always worked my abs out. And I'm talking about, me, leg raises are my favorite thing to do. I'll do crunches just because I like how it looks. But I knew I would not see my abs until I lost the weight. So if you want to do a couple of ab exercises, and I'm talking about 2 times a week, and I'm even when I was in the greatest shape ever, 2 times a week, because abs are easy to train, they're small. And then you get the look, but unless you lose weight, you'll never see those abs. You just won't. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. You cannot get abs outside the kitchen. You think it's a cliche, it's the fucking truth. Let me catch up on these comments. What is this phone? Awesome work with the school job. Appreciate it, Terrence. Thank you again for the information. This is key to safe travel and vacation. The goal is always to get back home. 100%, I appreciate it. Maybe walking in the gym the next day is slightly more difficult. Oh, Dave, people would see me on the floor and be high-fiving me. Man, thanks, man. Whew. The things I wanted to say to those people, I'd have lost my job. But I was like, fucking abs. Hit that treadmill. Once again, big shot vacation time with Ryan. HR said checking in with the flip ice during workouts. HR, are you working? Just weighed myself, I'm 241. Jesus Christ. Would like to chop it up with you, someone who I follow. Appreciate it, Brian. Yeah, definitely holler at me. Made the Alchemist, what up? High demand. Oh, yeah, listen, it was crazy. I mean, I was already known as a good trainer. It's just stuff like ab classes. I didn't like when I did my boot camps. I love my boot camps because my boot camps I could kind of destroy you full body wise, and this was part of what the boot camp was. You know what I'm saying? But I'm also trying to get my people in shape. And I made way more money. Boot camps, they gave me the big classroom for that one. So I made a lot of money boot camps. But I had so many certifications as a trainer, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I say, like, get a trainer. If you decide it, like, guys, a trainer will help you. It'll cost a little money, but you're investing in your health, right? I don't think any trainer that's not a dietitian should tell you about diets. I say that because I knew dietitians. I was not a dietitian. I can tell you what I eat, but I'm not a dietitian. A dietitian is going to work out your exact diet for you. I just had a situation where a young lady showed me her diet that a trainer did, and I said, this is the worst fucking diet I've ever seen in my life. But he's not a dietitian. He's just doing it because in this country, there's no laws protecting you from that. Where in America, a dietitian is a dietitian, a trainer is a trainer. And remember, the dietitian went to school for that. I only knew one dude, I swear to God, one dude that was a trainer and a dietitian. Because it's hard, you gotta go to 2 different classes. One dude that did it, and he started a real, he's actually a masseuse too. I thought that was weird. A dietitian, a trainer, and a masseuse. Hell of a trifecta, right? He made a shitload of money. But he started really young on it, so he was already on his way. But I don't feel you need a dietitian this day and age with AI. I feel you need a trainer. But if you have the money for a dietitian, get one. Because remember, dietitians are hands-on. AI is not hands-on. Dietitians are hands-on. They're gonna be with you every step of the way. But you definitely need a trainer if you're not keen on what to do in the gym, just to guide you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not speaking, I don't make any money as a trainer right now. I'm not a trainer. But I understand that a lot of people don't know what they're doing. And in this country particularly, I watch people, and not only do they not know what they're doing, but the trainer don't know what he's doing. So that's even fucking worse. A trainer is not supposed to hurt you. They're supposed to motivate you and move you. You know, as EJ said, I'm always telling everyone, even EJ, I'm telling everyone, don't ego lift. You know, a trainer's gonna tell you, hey man, I think you're good at this weight, but let's go down a little bit and get the form right. Let's get the muscles working. Because the more the muscles work, the more weight you can lose. But just lifting heavy for no, you know, if you're not in no competition, doesn't make sense. And I've been guilty of it. And the injuries that come from that ain't no fucking joke. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no joke at all. Give me 1 second. I'm about to. I made a. Put your glass right here. No, right there. Lleno y mi cuenta. You thought it was over. I gotta buy this round. Big shout out to my man D. He been here all day with me. We kick it almost every day. You started it. I'm gonna finish. No, but I needed it. I was stressed out. He saw it, and then I was like, man, I feel like drinking. And he was like, you want one? I said no first. And I said, fuck it, let's go. And I told you it won't be one. I told you that it won't be one. 1 second. She said, you were right about the airline tickets. I paid for myself, my cousins. 1800. Yeah, bro, it's expensive, man. Like that's the problem with travel now. Travel has gotten, and I get it, guys. There's not a lot of money being made right now. Things are fucking hectic. The price of tickets is fucking ridiculous.
I would say, depending on how long you stay. Mine was $1,200 to get.
With that one way or round trip?
Round trip. Depending on how.
Is that first class?
Yeah.
Economy though. But
I'll put up with economy.
Extra economy. Extra economy.
Extra economy?
I'm saying, what 1,200 was. Oh, where are you flying? Let's fix that one. What's your route?
From Dallas to POP.
You had to stop Miami.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dallas.
And it was some weird overnight shit.
Yeah, Dallas, POP. Okay. Round trip, that's not bad.
Yeah.
That's not bad at all.
But it's not, I'm not used to paying that.
What's your normal price?
When I first started coming here, it was close to the 7.
Well, I said everything went up. So you make the point. 7 was good for you.
Yeah.
Round trip. Now you're at 12.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's always levels to when you. That's why I said everything's going up so high. You okay with paying 12?
Because I'm here for a month.
And you're here for a month.
Yeah.
Got you. The most I ever paid to come to Dominican Republic, 8 and change one way. But it was a last minute trip during the holidays. That was when I sent all my kids on vacation and my dumb ass is sitting in New York looking stupid. I had forgot I had booked all this shit. So I get there, I got like 1 day with them, and I go, oh man, I forgot everybody leaving. I'm sitting there looking at the cat. What are we gonna do? And I had nothing to do. My plan was I had all my friends were with their families. My plan was to spend time with the kids. And I go, so I actually spent Christmas here. That was my first Christmas ever. My plan was like, be with the kids the whole time. I was gonna run around the city with them. And then I'm by myself. And I go, fuck. I might as well go back to DR. And my actual flight was for like 3 weeks later. I was doing like 3 weeks with the kids and then come back here. That's when I said I wasn't living here yet. And then I said, I gotta get the fuck up. I called 2 of my mans, right? They was like, oh man, I'm in another state, man, da da da. I was like, oh man, I got nobody to hang with. I got nothing to do. Like I could only get in trouble, right? So I said, yeah, I'm gonna book a flight back to Sosua. 8 and change one way. I kind of had no choice. What's up, baby? Because I'd have blown more money anyway trying to find something to get into in New York. Probably would end up having another kid. Who knows about that one? So yeah, and that's the thing. There's not a lot of money being made right now. I don't care what job you got, unless you got one a really good job, which you can help me out and hire me. Shameless plug. Murder got a flight to Pop tomorrow, 15K miles and $55. Damn, okay. I think you're gonna be on that one, B. See you tomorrow, brother. I'm actually doing ad work right now. It ain't working. The best advice for the gym is hit that strength training cardio, man. And like I said, diet, guys. That myth about you can eat what you want because you go to the gym is a fucking lie.
Welcome to FlipFlop.
First off, get you guys a calorie counter. I love my calorie counter. I pay good money for my calorie counter just to keep track of what I'm doing for the day. But like, all right, when I have my wings. So when I eat my wings are a good 40% of my calories for the day. Like it takes up a lot of I get them fried to make sure it hits me a lot of calories. But now I don't gotta eat a whole lot the rest of the day, all right? And I've got a lot of protein from the wings. Chicken. But I can't eat wings every day, right? Because fried food is not that great for you every day. So I've got to switch it up. But you get the calorie counter or you get the dietitian, they'll count the calories for you. And you just practice that to get that diet right. And then snacking, guys, I'm a snacker. This bin is filled, my fridge, Jesus Christ. This bin and my fridge is filled with protein. Matter of fact, let's do this. You come with me real quick. Right here to the office, right here. We ain't going nowhere. Right here to the office. Let me show y'all so y'all don't think I'm capping. This fridge, now my fridge home is even more. Look at that. That's protein snacks, protein shots. That's just this fridge. My fridge in the crib, see that? Yeah. My fridge in the crib, bro, my fridge in the crib is a whole shelf of protein, shots and snacks. Don't pull up the tune. Because at the end of the day, that's all I do is, if I don't want a full meal, I just snack real quick, but I get my protein. But this is me studying, like I studied all those things, I studied all of them to see what is actually good for you, what has the real protein value, what actually is not too much fake sugar, not too, all that bullshit. I try to do any sugar if I can. So, you gotta study that shit. You know what I'm saying? But you can get the protein, the calorie counter and really meet your calorie goals per day. Don't be afraid to ask for help. I think that's our biggest thing, right? I think a lot of people here in Dominican Republic, and I know we do it everywhere, but Dominican Republic specifically, get a lot of their workouts from YouTube. You know how I know? Because when I be watching people do exercises, they don't have the full form of the exercise. They don't understand what the exercise is supposed to do. And I go, because you watched the YouTube video, you think you know what you're doing.
And also, I would say, I see it at the gym a lot at work is.
And that's what I'm saying all the time.
I will go down in weight.
Range of motion.
Just to get my form correct.
No range of motion. I think a lot of people get this stuff from YouTube. I've even seen trainers that I was like, you can't, all right. I grabbed two girls at a gym in Montiano. And I was showing them, because I don't like what they wanted. And these girls I knew, so I could talk to them. And I said, where do you feel this at? And all right, let me fix what I did. Excuse me, let me fix what I did. They did a lat pull down, both of them. I let one do her form the way she wanted to do it, and I let the other do the form that I showed her. The one that did the way she wanted to do it, I said, where do you feel it? She said, my arms. The other one said, my back. I said, did you feel it in your arms? She said, a tiny bit, but not that much. I said, you did the exercise properly. I said, you felt it in your arms because you're moving with your arms. So that's a training, right? Sometimes you got to touch somebody, like especially with lat pull downs and cable pulls. I would put my hand between your back, your scapula, excuse me, and tell you to squeeze. Squeeze my hand. Your back should close on top of my hand. That's the exercise. Not doing this with your arm. It does absolutely nothing. But a lot of people don't understand it, which is like what I said, a real trainer is going to teach you the range of motion, how to do it. Let's talk about leg presses. Foot position changes the leg press. It's one flat board, but every time you move your feet a certain way, it works a different muscle in your legs. You can actually get a great glute butt exercise from where you put your feet at. Higher you put them, the more your butt's work. A lot of people know that. I've gotten girls, their butts have gotten bigger by learning how to squat properly. I've actually told girls, you do not need a butt lift. Come in the gym with me for 6 months. Do these squats. do these Romanian deadlifts. You'll be amazing. You can build your own butt without paying for it. They don't want to. They want to pay for it. But like I said, that's why trainers definitely need it. Brian said, love to visit your spot and support. Definitely pull up. The real fast Kellen, what up? He said, salute the flip. The wings were on point. I appreciate it, bro. They said almost everything that was expensive already went up to it. Yeah, everything, bro. Barrels of oil are 92 now. We're not, well, getting close to 100. Gilbert, what up, Gil? He said for October, Newark to Pop, 2350 first class. Same flight back in May was, and that's the thing. That's actually why when I went to New York for my daughter's baby shower 2 years ago, I flew Santo Domingo to Jersey. I got that one way for pretty good. That was pretty decent. I remember they offered me first class, so I got extra economy, but then they offered me first class for 200 more. And I said, man, I'm about to spend so much goddamn money. We went to the strip club. We went to strip club and everything in Jersey. I said, I'm probably about to blow this 200 in the street. So I ain't doing it. Fuck it. And it's a quick flight. I'm coming September 12th. Yeah, definitely pull up. David said, dead on flip. You work out for 3 hours and eat all those burnt calories is in one bowl. Some of these calories don't even add up. I call it empty calories. Well, it's called empty calories. You gotta make sure you're eating stuff that's gonna benefit you. You know, which is why you gotta watch what you eat. And I said, dieting is boring. All I eat is fish, chicken, beef. It's all I eat. Every now and then I sprinkle something in. You know, I love sushi, so I sprinkle something in. But dieting is boring. You gotta kind of, like, I like sauces. I like General Tso's, barbecue sauce. So I'm sprinkling in sauces with my meals just to, and that's, I'm adding extra calories with the sauces, okay? But just to add flavor to the meal. Like, eating the same thing every day can be, like, I eat a lot of eggs too, a lot of eggs. I've only had 4 today, but by the end of the day, I'll probably have 12 eggs. My normal breakfast is 6 to 8 eggs. I only did 4 today because I wasn't that hungry. And I was stressed out. When I'm stressed, I can't eat. But yeah, my first meal usually 6 to 8 eggs, easy. I'll probably have some eggs later tonight, just boil some eggs or something. But I'm doing everything for the protein values, the fat values, all stuff like that. But like I said, a dietitian help me with that. And like I said, for me, I've learned, now I know dieting personally, but I will never give somebody a diet because I'm not a dietitian. But you can go on ChatGPT and break down your stats, you can get a great diet. You know, I actually have a section in my ChatGPT, which I go diet recommendations. So I'll actually say, if I get up my normal diet, because I already have my diet, but if I decide to eat something outside of my diet, I'll put it in there just to get a quick AI opinion. Hey, I'm eating this today. I want something different. And it'll tell you, well, hey, bro, that's great. Or I'll say this bread or that bread. Like, you know, because I don't do bread like that, but I decided to do a sandwich or something. Eat that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, just for an idea, you know. Because I don't know all the shit by heart. Most of the training I know by heart. But a lot of this diet shit I don't know by heart. You got to really know this shit. Eggs are great for natural testosterone. Eggs are great for everything. You get protein, fats, carbs. Jim, what up? He said, much respect from the Bay Area. Made your Super Bowl weekend earlier this year. You were good. I appreciate it, Jim. Appreciate you. Shout out to the Bay Area. But yeah, like I said, diet, for all you guys trying to lose weight, the way I did it and the way you're going to do it to be successful, diet first. Strength training, meaning lifting weights, and cardio. That's the trifecta. Now I'm gonna remind you guys, during your weight loss period, let's turn the volume up and take some notes if you got to. When you start losing weight, the first few weeks are the easiest weeks. The weight is, you're feeling great, you're looking great. There's going to be stage 2. It's about a 3-week to 4-week period where your body fights you back. Now, it's not actually fighting, but you didn't have a meeting with your brain to body connection to tell it you're trying to lose weight. It doesn't know. So when you start losing this weight, your body goes into survival mode. There's gonna be a 3-week period of time where the scale doesn't move, where you feel a little more fluffier than you did the weeks prior that you were losing the weight. That is your body storing fat to save your life. God forbid you ever get kidnapped and stuck in a trunk. The way you're gonna survive is that fat that your body stored for you. That's how you're gonna live. And so because your body doesn't know that you're in a weight loss journey and it doesn't care, its job is to keep you alive every day. It stores more fat during those 3 weeks because it doesn't want you to die. That's where people usually quit in the gym. Keep going, because that's why I say consistency works. Once you pass that 4 weeks, I think is the max. Now your body goes, oh, we're not gonna die. Oops, my bad. Your body be like, oops, sorry about that. Because what happens is you doing everything you were doing, but the scale's not moving. That's because your body's making sure you don't die. Once you pass that, your body goes, my bad, bro. Let's continue. And you'll start losing the weight again, okay? A lot of people quit at stage 2. I've told a lot of people this, don't worry about it. Don't worry about the number. You'll be okay. I actually have stopped, Jesus Christ, that seems stronger. I actually stopped weighing myself. Someone text me, I'm sorry about that. I actually stopped weighing myself. I weigh myself once a week now. Like I said, I haven't moved from 200. I'm a steady 200, which is why I decided to do the retatrutide. And for all you guys trying to lose weight, if you're interested in peptides, I do have the peptide sponsorship, but I can guide you through it. I'm actually doing a video with these guys. Well, it'll be my video. I decide every 2 weeks is good. Every 2 weeks of me on retatrutide and what I'm feeling, what I'm going through, and my weight and everything, how it is. I'm gonna keep a journal. I'm probably gonna run it for 6 months to see how. I'll start with the 3 months and see where I'm at 3 months, and then the plan is 6 months first to see if everything is great. I'll keep going. I want the health benefits from retatrutide. They're passing multiple trials. Lily is fucking killing it. So they're already coming out with something else. And another thing, thank you. Another thing is retatrutide, which Lily's lying right now. They're making something else to stop you, to kill your habits. Retatrutide has already been known to stop people from drinking and doing drugs and smoking. It's killing your inhibition to get the dopamine, right? Now, here's one thing about retatrutide I'm gonna tell you guys now, which I'm gonna look out for this and mark me these words. I heard it makes you emotionally numb. That's a good thing for me. I'll be looking forward to that side effect. Like it makes you not give a fuck type shit. I'll be looking forward to that. It makes you just not care. Like I said, I'll give you guys an update. I'm gonna do a video on it. Like I said, I have no problem telling you guys what I'm doing and running this. I'm very excited about it as well, based on the health benefits. I'm actually gonna do my blood. The reason it's 2 weeks, I'm doing my blood test this week. So I'm gonna check my liver enzymes, my kidney, my normal blood levels like I always do. And then double down in 3 months, see what my blood levels are again, my kidney levels, cholesterol levels. Because the retatrutide helps you with a lot of stuff. My sugar levels, stuff like that. So I'm excited. Like I said, I start in 2 weeks. I do my blood work next week. Then the week after that, I'm jumping on. But like I said, if you guys are interested in some of those peptides, let me know. I've studied a lot of them, mainly retatrutide, but I've studied a lot of them. I just think retatrutide is something really amazing. And like I said, the new thing they're coming out with, they're just making a new name, but I think it's retatrutide because it's already been known to stop people from drinking, stop people from craving alcohol, stuff like that. So they're gonna use it as a thing to stop you from craving drugs and stuff like that. Protect your peace and your business all day long. But yeah, we ain't gonna stay on too much. We're almost 2 hours. Damn, y'all. I've been having a good time talking to y'all. I will put the peptide company in the pinned comment section. I appreciate it, bro. I'll put the peptide company in the pinned comment section, and then Sunday service I'll have the whole thing, the whole breakdown. Like I said, it's in this phone right here. It's my bad, y'all. It's in this phone right here, and I'll give you guys a full breakdown. Like I said, anything when it comes to stuff like that. Now, I do not purposely, because I had some people call me, give information on steroid use, I don't think you should use them. Now, if you want TRT, I know TRT clinics. I connect you with them. I'm not a TRT guy. I train bodybuilders, and I would never recommend anybody, unless you're competing, to use steroids. I'm getting on TRT because I'll be 48. I don't do TRT counseling, but I can link you with some clinics that actually do this. That's their business. I refuse to do it because what I learned about TRT back when I was training, if a doctor gives you one dose, a lot of people went and got other doses to push it up, thinking more is better. And like I said, I stay away from that. I can tell you one thing about the steroid world. First, I learned a lot of kids on it now. But one thing I learned, a lot of kids on that shit. That's weird. But what I learned back then, and there were some kids on it back in the day, but it was more like you were in your 20s to 30s and you jumped on. Believe it or not, the average dude is using steroids more than a bodybuilder and an athlete. The average person uses it's cosmetic. But I had dudes that were competing, so I learned it so I can teach them. Because, most dudes just take a shot up their butt and be like, I'm good, and fucking be dead a year later. So I will never give any counsel on that. I say don't touch it, But with the peptides, I know a lot about it. I've studied a lot of it, so definitely interested. And I'm not talking about no coaching. I'm talking about helping you out, guiding you through you doing your stuff. But yeah, some people hit me the other day. Well, like, I know you say you study steroids. I'm like, yeah, but don't do it. Don't. There's nothing, unless you're getting on a stage to compete and you about to give me a sponsorship, I have nothing to say to you. Because I don't think anybody should do this shit. And the reason I don't think anybody should do steroids is because no one does minimal. Even the dudes who are now currently talking about the minimum amounts, at one point did maximum. Everyone takes steroids and believes, I'm gonna take this amount and I'm gonna be okay. You've just destroyed half your body and cut your life down by 20 years, right? Then they realize what they did and they go, I don't need this much. I don't need this much now. Yeah, but you've just taken 20 years off your life, right? So you'll never get that info from me. I just know, like when I see these guys, I follow a lot of guys online. And a lot of guys know what they're talking about, but you got to look at the audience you're talking to. Most people feel, well, you know what? If he says this dose, I'm going to double it. I'm going to do it faster. No. This shit will destroy you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'll never give nobody any advice on any of that. It's fun. And like I said, I know I've got books that I copied from my notes that I copied, that I taught people how to do. And I just want, like I said, some people have asked me, because I'm saying that out loud, I will never, ever, ever give anybody, like I said, unless you're a bodybuilder or thinking of competing and you got a sponsorship for me, let's roll. I got you. Other than that, not gonna happen. Use ChatGPT. All I can tell you. And I don't know what they're gonna tell you. But peptides, I can definitely help you with that. And like I said, no coaching. I'm talking about if you need advice, I can help you with that based on what I studied. Peptides too. Peptides is not more is better. A lot of people think up the dose. No, up the dose is not how it works. It's a big misconception. You know what's crazy? Scarface once said up the dose. My shit. I said that. Scarface once said up the dose. That didn't work for him, did it? So, be careful with stuff like that. Anybody that's on TRT, shout out to y'all. Hopefully you got a TRT clinic, doing it professionally. That's where I got my info from to do it. Anybody using AAS, steroids, be careful. I do not recommend it. Like I said, Anadrol, someone mentioned, D-ball. Once you stop those things, it's all gone. It's a big fugazi. I've had dudes, man, the shit they were taking was out of this world. And you go look at their blood, they were this close to death and didn't know it. Imagine like talking to somebody and they show you your blood work. You about to die. Like, I'm talking to a dead person. But anyway, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. Shout to y'all for rocking with me. Don't forget Sunday service is gonna be dope. Like, share, subscribe. I'm sure hit the Cash App for this back to school drive. I'm sure we lost all money on this live because of the music, but I don't care. It is what it is. Shout to y'all. Yeah, I had dudes hitting me, like asking me for advice.